Our question is, how have political cartoons changed over time?
A mess of Messerschmitts! Now try and duck this one, you duck. Hey, Hitler! Haben Sie geschrieben? Postierel! Eine Stuckene alle zusammengestuckt! Lieblang ist Glückelgruber! Ach du lieber, mein Herr, mein Pumpkin, mein Bild, mein heiliger...
A political cartoon is an illustration that symbolizes commentary about a political issue or social event. These cartoons involve humor through appealing displays of irony, symbolism, or sarcasm. They have been used to show support or to criticize a particular issue and evoke a certain response from the viewer. Historically, political cartoons appeared in magazines, articles, and newspapers. Political cartoons have accentuated more recently because of the advent of social media.
Political cartoons intend to portray a message about an important facet of American politics. One must understand the author's intentional techniques and what the cartoon is supposed to symbolize. Some key steps that aid this process are identifying symbols, finding exaggeration, paying attention to specific labeling and titles, determining if there's any analogy or intended comparison, and also depicting any possible irony. Ask yourself questions like, what issue is a political cartoon about, or what the cartoonist's opinion is on the issue.
In the past, social critics used political cartoons to tell truths and leave records of how their times were. Political cartoons were more influential during times of newspapers and magazines because that was the primary source people received their information from. With the First Amendment and freedom of speech and press, political cartoons expanded and increased. People would view them in editorial pages, typically besides the editorial columns and near the opinion stories or essays. It was a more simplistic way to gain knowledge about politics and make democracy more successful. More recently, political cartoons are significant because they act as a gatekeeper to reveal truths about government to the public in an understandable way via cartoons. Also, political cartoons have to be more aware of social sentiments now. People are more likely to sue over libel or defamation of character.
Some similarities of political cartoons of the past and present are that political cartoons still work to persuade and portray stretches of the truth. They are commendable in our democratic system because of the First Amendment allowing them to proclaim libel and draw pictures to a certain extent. Both reveal signs of stereotypes and subtle hints of discriminations with drawings, however. Both eras had offensive political cartoons, but only to an extent. The cartoons are still a perpetual aspect of our political nature in our society today. Some key differences between political cartoons in the past and more recently are the satirized targets like President Obama, who's very heavily scrutinized. Every specific action that he makes can be instantly uploaded to social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or even viewed on TV shows like Family Guy. Political cartoons are easier to make than ever because amateurs can use Photoshop or even cartoon apps. However, political cartoons today are expected to be more culturally sensitive and politically correct.
Hi, I'm Brian Griffin. As a dog, I've been known occasionally to eat my own vomit, and every now and then a little bit of poo. I know that's disgusting, but it's nothing compared to the crap Republicans have been forcing us to swallow for 8 years. Again, I'm a dog, so most of the time I can't stop myself from eating crap, but you can. So stop it now by voting for Barack Obama on November 4th.
There is no question media has changed over each century. From the printing press to the World Wide Web, change has been inevitable and dramatic. There is no surprise that media's content also evolves, and political cartoons are no different. Although they are an entity unto themselves, they are sharply contrasting differences with the turn of each century. Political cartoons in America have changed dramatically in content and presentation. It's impossible to predict the changes in the future. The only definitive statement to be made is that they will continue to impact popular culture and opinion.